Now, I want to say that I have a goal, I have a purpose, I have an intention. It's to get your attention. So if you're here and you're trying to grow your business, who in here wants to double sales till the day they die? Who wants blue collar millions or die trying? Excited to be here in Fort Lauderdale, huh? Hey, I don't know if I hear you. Is there energy in this room? Y'all excited to be here or what? Hey. We got a good friend of mine in the back. He's a legend. He trained Dustin Poirier. His name's Tim Crater. He wants to know if you want to hear what he has to say tonight. Y'all excited to hear from these legends in the game? That's right, that's right. We got people from all over the country, all over the world, and we're here to celebrate the American dream. Now, I don't know what the American dream means to you, but it ain't about the money to me. It's about being able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want it. What do y'all say to that? That's what's up, guys. We've got something that's never been done before, never in the history of personal development conferences. We're weaving two different types of worlds. We live in a violent world. And my man Tim, he actually shared something on social media. It really I don't know if it was, it just touched me. And it was like talking to some Buddhist monk, and he was talking about there's so much suffering in the world that our job is to help the people around us with their suffering, that is ultimately our purpose, to be on this earth. And in this violent earth we live in, we've been under attack from many different directions. And I tell you one thing, I don't know if y'all believe it, but the blue collars are the backbone of the American dream. What do y'all have to say? We are essential. It doesn't matter. They start blowing up buildings. They still need somebody to put temporary roofs on them. They still need somebody to figure out how they can live. And even in times of war, we're going to have safety and security in our American dream because we can provide fixing big problems for big paychecks. And that's why we're here. We want to fix more. What do y'all say about that? All right, guys, so just so y'all know, we have a cage, we have a stage. Why are we doing it? We're here for a purpose. For me, I'll be honest with you, my uncle, he passed away. He was my hero. He tragically passed away from suicide. I want to say sometimes as an entrepreneur, I feel like risking my life in business. If I fail and look bad in front of my friends, it's like getting knocked out in a cage. And I just want you to know, whenever I talk with Jocko and I said, you're a hero, the one thing he said is, dude, I'm not a hero. The real heroes are the people that didn't come home. And so it's Memorial Day weekend. We're here for a reason. No matter what happens, we have the opportunity to start from scratch. No matter what happens, we have the best country to live in America. And no matter what, we are in the place to thrive, and no matter what, we will survive. So what this is all about is taking extreme ownership for your American dream. This ain't gonna be easy. Nothing that we talk about in this, you'll see a lot of different success stories. And I'll tell you, these results are not typical because you know what? Not everybody wants to go through the pain to get the gain. We've got elite level bodybuilders. We've got elite level fighters. We've got elite level business owners. And the difference between the people that are good and great is very, very thin. And so hopefully you're here. You know what? Let's celebrate. Let's give yourself a round of applause because you are here because you're different than everybody else. Everybody else, look guys, it's a great weekend to go party on the water. Look, the Redneck Yacht Club, that's my life. I grew up on it my whole life, man. Buy a boat, that's the American dream. Ask my friend Ricky, he's gonna tell you all about it. But more importantly, we're here to get better in spite of the rest of America separating from their life, getting plastered, maybe not really thinking about their purpose this weekend, and maybe that leads more to further problems. And I just want to celebrate you for being here to be a part of the solution. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, I want to say that I have a goal, I have a purpose, I have an intention. It's to get your attention. We all like to watch violence. I don't know about you, I'm addicted to watching fights. I watch the UFC. Guys like Dustin Poirier, one of my favorite fighters, you can't lie in the cage. You show who you are, and I've seen who that man is. He don't ever quit. He'll go to the death. And that's what it takes to be successful in business. And my goal for you is to be like my man Justin, who came to our events, came to our conference, was able to double sales and be recognized in front of his peers, grow his impact in the community. And that's my goal for you. So if you're here and you're trying to grow your business, who in here wants to double sales till the day they die? Who wants blue collar millions or die trying? Well, let me tell you something. Let's talk about us versus them. Who's them? And I choose them, Mr. Bill Gates, not because he's a political figure, not because he's a controversy in conspiracy theory realms, but he represents this ruling elite, this technology that's taken over the whole entire world. Just by a show of hands, does anybody think technology is the biggest gangster in the room? I mean, seriously. Who's coming for your jobs more, me or Angie's List, Home Advisor? Who are you more afraid of coming into your market and taking jobs from you? And the reality is these guys control us. They control us because they make their own rules. And the one thing is I wanted to about 2 years ago, I was feeling honestly, a little stagnant in growth in my business. And all the shit hit the fan. And I was skinny, fat, dad bod, Lee. And my wife wasn't even that happy with me. She was, I hit a rock bottom even in our relationship. And so training, it was really about, man, I want to create my own mask so I don't have to wear a fucking mask. And I just want you to know the difference between us versus them is we won't let anybody stop us from our dream. We'll go out there, no matter what's going on, fix big problems for big paychecks, and we don't care if the odds are stacked against us. The banks don't want us to succeed. The insurance companies don't want us to succeed. The stock market and all these Wall Street guys, they didn't used to look at our businesses as valuable. Now that's starting to change. We're essential. And I just want you to know the reason why you're here is there is just a Wild West gold rush opportunity in our industry. And we're going to show you different ways that you can have the American dream. But I just want you to know, these rules that these guys make, you have to make more money to keep up. And I want to tell you what makes you different. This is my friend Ricky Southers. He came to me whenever he was doing a couple $1 million in sales, had a few people in his business. His business has grown exponentially. The truth is, what makes him different, he's a Marine. What makes you different is it embodied by this picture. He's willing to get his hands dirty. He's willing to invest into his people to grow his business. In the end, his dream is to do millions, but right in front of him in his face, his feet in the dirt, his hands in the dirt, he's not willing to do he's willing to do the work. And that's what makes us different. We're willing to start from scratch. We're willing to learn how to build a job, then learn how to sell the job, then learn how to scale our opportunity till we can break out of the middle class. What do y'all say to somebody like that right there? What do y'all have to say? Y'all want to hear Dustin Poirier talk about what happened in that fight? Look, we're here to fight back against these oppressive forces, this inflation, this technology, this stuff that's coming for you. And you're going to have to get to that razor's edge crazy moment. Like this man had to make a choice to get to this point. You're going to have to make that same choice. And the truth is insanity is repeating the same results, repeating the same thing, expecting different results. And hopefully you came here to change that. Who came in here to change their life, to truly transform? Now this might sound like some corny stuff. Okay, you're gonna get a little blood, sweat, tears. But the one thing is, guys, it's not about the information I give you from this stage. I've given the information to people over and over and over, only to see them fail. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in this mission. You have to see that other people can do it, so can you. And I just want you to know that I had my best year. Even Dustin, he might have had his best year busting Conor McGregor. The leg snap, heard around the world. He was talking crap. He got him knocked out. But sometimes we're humbled in our best years. And in my best year, this year in sales, I had to put all my profits out on the roofs of Louisiana. In this picture, I was crying in my team. I was heartbroken because they were talking about how as a leader, sometimes I'm too intense. I yell too much. I intimidate. And how sometimes my ego prevents the growth of my own organization. And in my best year, still, I just want you to know, sometimes you make big mistakes. And the reality is nobody's perfect. And I come to you from a place where, yeah, I've been $1 million in debt. I didn't have resources to go. Maybe this was only 5-6 years ago, but I kept moving. And if you can sell more customers, if you can keep growing, if you can and you never give up fighting, then no matter what, this is the one thing I want you to write down. Right now to get started with your notes, risk is the down payment for success. Nothing in this world comes without risk. You are here to get excited about the risk. This fight that I took for the American dream to just train to get in a cage because I'm a UFC fan and I don't like being a fucking spectator. Excuse my French, I'm sorry, kids. I just get so excited about the opportunity to participate in the same sport that, I look up to all these people. I didn't want to be this sideline guy. And the reality is in business, if you see guys like me having epic success, guys like Ricky having epic success, other people, there's no reason why you can't have it, but risk is the down payment. And without no pain, there is no gain, and I want to tell y'all about some pain, okay? This is one of my best friends. He's no longer with us. And this came to me kind of in a meditation. It's like pain is temporary, but love is eternal. And I just want to say that this man embodies risk is the down payment for success. So I want to tell you the story about Clyde Greg Bryan. See, Clyde Greg Bryan, when he came to me, he named his company LOA Roofing, Law of Attraction. He met his partner in rehab. They got sober together, and they went into business and were kicking major ass. They got into Skydiamonds University. They were only doing $500,000 in sales, and I was like, bro, I'm at this conference. He pays $60,000. I'm like, bro, you're a long ways away. Typically, we have guys that have got a sales process, they've got a sales team. I don't know if you can do this. This is a pretty big investment for your size of the company, and you're really committed. I'll be committed to coach you, bro, but I just want you to know, you better do what I say. And he took it seriously. He took my coaching. And long story short, he made use of the video ads and got the leads. He recruited a team. He built a company. The company did $10 million in sales after 3 or 4 years. And sometimes the stress gets to us. And if you want to know the end of the story, I'll tell you a little bit later. But basically, he tragically passed away. And I'll give you the details, but faith without works is dead. And one thing that his mom did was have faith in his legacy. And she was really in pain. She called me one day. She said, Lee, I want to carry on the legacy. I want to do a roofing company. And I said, we cried, and she ended up coming into our program, joining us on this day. This was a blue-collar boot camp, and she wasn't in shape. We went out to this camp. Ricky Southers was, what happened, Ricky? What happened over there? This guy, right out the gate, he was a roofer. He was a little overweight. We were doing this stuff that roofers should have been scared of. He snapped his leg right off the bat. What'd you have to do? Oh, he had to hold his neck while he had to pop his foot back in. He went straight to the hospital with a straight, like Dak Prescott wobbler, like this, like a wobbler. And everybody's like looking around like, oh shit, what's this rope course we're about to do? This is intense. Damn, Lee, what you got us into? Cage fighting or what, dude? But anyways, everybody survived, and so did Clyde's mom. Greg, she knew him, named him Greg. I knew him as Clyde. She embodied his spirit throughout this deal, won these war axes, and we prayed. Ricky won the contest. All these guys were awarded points. And if you look at those winners, you got Trey Hostetler, who showed up. My best students show up. This guy, he grew a business. He'd only done 3 roofs. He did $1.8 million his first year. Give him a round of applause. This man right here, Sterling Huey, this man right here, he was burnt out. He came to us doing $2 million. He did $6 million last year. He had time to enjoy himself. We had Ricky, who grew his business to $18 million. Give them all a round of applause. Look, the winners do the work. And see, they have faith in my system. They have faith in themselves, but they don't forget about the work. And I just want you to know one thing. You won't have the American dream. You won't have nothing if you weren't willing to do the work. And so the work is how I stay out of that crazy mode. I talk about how we have people that passed away, and I believe like PTSD in business and war, it can't even be close to the same, but we do seem to struggle with mental illness the same. And whether it's suicide or drug overdose, fentanyl is the #1 cause of death right now for people in my age category. And it's an alarming stat. And so I just want you to know, like, it ain't what it used to be. And, you know, the American dream can change in a heartbeat. And right now, there's many of you that may be stagnant in growth. You may be frustrated with where you're at. You may have big dreams. You're not living up to your potential. The biggest enemy is burnout. And you are burnt out when your actions don't align with your purpose, when your purpose isn't big enough, when you know that you're not being true to your future self. Guys, I want to challenge you. I was at Ed Milet's house. I sat next to Joe Dispenza. He said, son, in order to become what you want, you're going to have to kill the old version of yourself. You're not capable of carrying on your dreams. You're going to have to kill the old you to become the new you. And I just want y'all to know that may be a challenge. And during this journey, you may be depressed. You may feel anxious. You may feel like no one's got your back, but you can always call me. My uncle died of suicide. I wish he would have called me. Clyde, I wish he would have called me. You know, the reality is it's easier for a sales rep to knock on a stranger's door than to call a friend. And that ain't right. You know, what we do is we lift blue-collar entrepreneurs up. And you see behind me the biggest enemy of success. Look, I had a White Claw before I got on this stage just to ease the little sense of nerves. But the truth is that it's not alcohol that's the enemy of success. It's the Drake song, I drink too much to my own accomplishments. The biggest enemy of success is success. You have success. The biggest thing I want to ask some of these guys like Phil Heath, 7-time Olympian, is how the fuck did you stay motivated to just have that razor's edge? Sorry again, kids, I apologize. Won't happen again. That's 2, I'm doing bad. So point is, it's not that you can't drink, it's that pride comes before the fall. I was watching Kobe Bryant. He did an interview before he passed away, like 2 months before he passed away. What do you think he said the most important thing was to the Mamba mentality? Guess, somebody. Winning. Good answer. Give him a round of applause. Not exactly, but good answer. Anybody else? Give me what's the most important part of Mamba mentality? Anyone want to know? Huh? Journey, good important thing. Dude, don't, like, no matter what, win or loss in a cage, whatever happens in a match, I might get embarrassed in front of everybody. I don't care, okay? Really, it doesn't matter. It's about the journey. I want to get better. I want to learn. So, but that is not exactly what he said the most important part. Anybody else? Consistency, good answer. The man would get up 3 a.m., put the workouts in, get more time in. Dude, if you want to be great at something, you got to be frequent. Everybody wants to be as good at me on video ads, but they don't do the frequency of the same video. They don't create the same amount of different variations. You can't catch up to me. What's up? There it is, finally. Give him a round of applause. We got a man that knows something in the back. Most important thing in the Mamba mentality, most important thing is that you gotta be curious to learn more. Write that down. It's called a beginner's mind. I've been doing this shit for almost 20 years and I learned from everybody. Ricky Southers, he's taught me so much. I mean, every one of my students, they teach me so many different things. I can give you tons of different examples, but it doesn't matter if you're a brand new person. Learning the solar industry has been a challenge for me. And so I just want you to know, I drink a lot to my own accomplishments. I've been doing it my whole life. Every time I do that, my stock goes down. Your stock's either going up or your stock's going down. And I just want y'all to know right here, your stock's going up. Give yourself a round of applause for your stock going up. So look, guys, here's what we're doing here. We're fighting for the American dream. We're giving back to Gold Star families. Gold Star families are people that lost a loved one. And if they lost a loved one at war, their kids don't get scholarships from the government. My man, Dan Rooney, who's speaking here, he's raised $180 million for families. Give my man a round of applause. That's an amazing thing. When I read his book, when I was given his book by my father-in-law, I was inspired to reach out to the man. And he has a spiritual concept. And I just want y'all to know, like, fight night, it's $250. $50 goes to Folds of Honor, but you can make a direct donation to Folds of Honor right now. Now, I want to recognize our #1 donor, Trey Hosteller. Where you at, my man? Right here, stand up. This man cares for soldiers' families. Give him a round of applause. He donated $5,000. Way to go, Trey. Before Trey came to my conference last year, he did 3 roofs. How many roofs have you done this year?
Come on, man, you know.
He's done about 1.8 million this quarter, 1.8 million last year, and he had 3 roofs before he came to this conference last year. Give him a round of applause. So if Trey can do it, you can do it, guys. And so what I want you to do right now is text blue collar, any amount. I stand with Folds of Honor because, you know, truth is I was reading this book, Dan Rooney, and it was talking about how he took a flight home and there was someone that was coming all in dress and he gave him his seat. And then basically they got back to flying back in Washington and the family was there. And the family greeted his twin brother who was in the base of the airplane. And the reality is that he witnessed someone's worst day, a family's worst day. And so, you know, the truth is like I think about the kids of, you know, anybody that don't have a dad and the government that's not gonna pay for their education or help in any way, and an organization that gives the money to those families. And that's why I stand with Folds of Honor. That's why I want you to stand with Folds of Honor. And my mission is to raise the status of blue collar entrepreneurs. And so I just want y'all to know that today, when you support Folds of Honor, when you support our blue collar fight club, that you are giving back to a family that lost a loved one. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for raising the status of blue collar entrepreneurs. And I want you to go ahead and do that right now, because now we're about to get to the fun stuff. Who in here loves the movie Fight Club? Hey, man, I had a dream. A blue-collar fight club where regular people went at it, where if there was beef in the industry that we would settle it in a cage. Now, the guy that was supposed to come, he didn't show up. He backed out. So what? My man BDR stepped up, and we're going to get in the cage, and I could be embarrassed. But the truth is look, I want you to be inspired to try this stuff out. I'm going to let you talk with Tim. Tim has done $18 million in insurance restoration. He's an old school gangster killer. And the reality is that, you know, he started, you know, at the same place in the industry as a lot of you did, and he's made a lot of gains in a short time with the lessons that he learned in martial arts. And I'm here to help you win that fight, all right? Our mission is to raise the standard for the blue-collar entrepreneur. And our vision for the future is that this platform, this community, becomes the standard for service and growth in the industry, that we create the most blue-collar millionaires with our #1 system for roofing and solar sales growth. And when you talk about giving back, raising the status, building true freedom for people, it's all about impact. It's not about money. And I believe there's no really one group that's took over the whole game. It's there for the taking. And so y'all are here with me. I choose y'all. Draw a line in the sand. You're here with me, and we're going to the moon. So I just want you to know, give yourself a round of applause. I'm gonna show you how to 16X your business. I help people build character, confidence, and freedom. This is my passion. I love getting people into the business. I love to see what happens when a man that has success starts to get excited and confident, because right now, everybody's getting their ass kicked by inflation. If you're not making $300,000 right now, if you don't have your money making money for you right now, if you don't know how to advertise for profit right now, if you don't have a social media brand, I'm sorry. Look, 2012, your business was great. You got a lot of calls from the yellow pages. It's over with. Over with. Write that down. You're getting your ass kicked, not just by inflation, but by technology. And you see my goofy ass, ooh, gold rush, now that you found roofing and solar, it's easy. No, it's not easy, all right? It's not. You're gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have to take the risk. You're gonna have to follow success. And, you know, the reality is I was inspired. I'll tell you, there was like a ghost in the room at this UFC fight, a violence ghost. And I only hope to summon that one for tonight. But the reality is this girl was saying, I'm the best in the world. I'm the best in the world. This is Rose. Anybody watch this fight where she kicked him? Oh my God. This gave me goosebumps, made me cry. You know, she went out there, she was saying it, she was chanting it, she was believing it, she was all hype. Wop, bop, bop, boom, one thing, bam, right down, over with. One round, over with. Then a lot of other crazy shit happened. Reality is like her recent fight, she's got to worry about holding on to the championship, complete different story. And sometimes that's how it is. Disruption follows intention. When you say you want to be the best in the world, some shit's about to go wrong. Say it right now. No, say you want to be the best in the fucking world. Give yourself a round of applause. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about why these two men are about to get up on this stage. All right, I was having my best year ever. I said I was gonna be the best in the world. I was popping and dropping. We were getting them numbers, and then all of a sudden a hurricane happened. I was all excited. I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna do different rules. The people in Louisiana, they don't like to pay all the time when you do their tarps, so we're not gonna do free tarps this time. We're gonna charge people. We're gonna do a better job. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Had all this plan. Everybody's got a plan to get punched in the mouth, and I put all this money. Boom. There's 300,000. 500,000. Next thing I know, I'm $2-3 million. I'm like, oh my God. Need a phone call. Lee. If you don't collect $600,000, the checks are not gonna clear. Oh, fuck it, come on, money will be there, dude. Come on, it'll be fine, it'll be all right, guys. Sure enough, no problem. And that's how it's been my entire life. Let me tell you something. I gave my finances up to God a long time ago, and I'm not gonna tell you about specific religion or spiritual things, but I just want you to know it's the best thing I ever did. Started to give back and only care about lifting others up, and I'm taken care of because I do the work. And I know that whenever disruption comes, that's just the break, the calm before the storm, before the big freaking unleashing happens. And I'm sitting there in my front yard, and this is a Saturday, Sunday. This is after Dustin fought for the championship. I was really disappointed. And he was disappointed too, I'm sure. But basically, I watched this documentary, and it's 17 minutes long, so I couldn't show it to you. But it made me cry, man. I was sitting I was motivated. I was like, man, fuck, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I don't care what happens. And you know, just goes to show sometimes these fighters, they inspire people in ways that it can transfer to so many things. So I hope you can bottle that and turn it into something the way I have. Because then I connected with Tim. I connected with him on Instagram. He said, I follow you on YouTube. Next thing I know, he's helping me train for my fight. He's popping me in the face. He's throwing me on the ground. I'm like, oh God, what'd I get myself into? And let me tell you something, this man's done $18 million in insurance restoration. He's an incredible hookup. He'd given out like $5 million worth of roofs to other roofers the last storm. If only I would have known. He has a mecca of recruits. He runs a fight club, Bayou Fight Club. And there's all these kids that need opportunity, need jobs. There's people that need roofs, need solar. He's a brand ambassador, but he's also a student of marketing. He's a student of sales. He's a blue collar entrepreneur because he started off as a fighter, and then he built a gym, and then his gym runs without him. Then he got a job, and he's learned how to sell the biggest jobs for 18 million over 2 years. Now he's living the blue collar American dream. And I want you to put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Tim Crater.